occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In the same context, the so-called commission established by the Indian occupiers in March 2020 to delimit constituencies in IIOJK has rendered a report that has confirmed the worst fears of the people of occupied Jammu and Kashmir. This report is a further manifestation of the Indian government's repugnant plan to disempower and disenfranchise the Kashmiris and turn them into a minority in their own land, blatantly disregarding the universally accepted criteria of taking population as the fundamental basis for delimitation and defying all democratic norms. The Indian government has attempted outrageous gerrymandering. Consequently, the electoral balance has been artificially tilted in favour of Jammu, a non-Muslim majority area having 43.7% of the total population according to the census of 2011, as opposed to Kashmir with a majority Muslim population and having around 56% of the total population of the occupied territory. This attests to India's ulterior motive vis-à-vis IIOJK. In a glaringly injudicious distribution, despite Kashmir making up the bigger portion of the overall Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir population, only one seat has been proposed for it by the Commission under the illegal Jammu and Kashmir Reorganisation Act of 2019, as opposed to 6 additional seats for Jammu. The redrawn electoral boundaries are blatantly skewed in favour of the non-Muslim dominated constituencies in the IOJK and have already been rejected by the cross-section of political parties of the occupied territories. Mr. Speaker, these measures are a blatant attempt to help the BJP electoral and political objectives in IIOJK and to make permanent the illegal and unilateral measures of August 5th, 2019. We believe that the whole exercise is illegal and controversial of the relevant UN Secretary Council resolution, international law, and the 4th Geneva Convention, which imposes certain obligation on occupying forces, including not to change the democratic structure of occupied territories. The government of Pakistan has categorically rejected the report of the Demolition Commission and termed it a farcical exercise. A strong démarche was made to the Indian Chargé d'Affaires, who was summoned to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I have designed to further marginalize and divide the Kashmiri people and pave way for yet another puppet government that panders to Hindutva ideology. Going forward, we will continue to reach out to the world community to raise international awareness about India's illegal action and mobilize the requisite response. Our special focus is on the United Nations, the OIC, and key multilateral forums. I call upon this August House to reinforce our efforts by adopting a draft illegal occupation in IIOJK through the Delimitation Commission and artificially alter the electoral balance in favour of